Hello, everyone. Thank you for clicking in. So, today is an update from yesterday's video. Isn't it strange? Some associations, and I have a flashback. I'm going to show you a Clinton flashback, strongly related to this whole situation with the Obama thing. And I've got another article showing about how Hollywood treats all their what do you call it? They're like foot soldiers. So it's like, how you have Mao Zedong and other, crazy dictatorships that used people to enforce their tyrannical dictatorship without having to use the actual police force and stuff that's kind of like somewhat still controlled by maybe possibly not corrupt leaders. So what you do is you kind of like you invoke a society of people and you use lawfare to allow these people to operate, much like some of the capital. I hate using code words. Just going to have to say it and see how this video goes. But the Antifas and the BLMs, because that's a good example. And now it looks like the Hollywood actors are going to be in the same boat, because if you don't fall in suit and do what we say to do, I got something to show you. Let me show you what they've done to these people. I'll bring some articles out here, but I want to read to you about the association between Obama and the chef and how long he's been involved with Obama, so that kind of gives you an idea, and a possible book deal that was about to come out, or a book that was being written house. Anyways, so let me get back here, and I'll see if I can't get this fired up and run. We'll read a few of these articles and talk a little bit about it. But man, so we about nailed it on the head though yesterday, because I was like, I don't know who this guy is. It doesn't release a name or whatever, but we were talking about possibly, it's got to be somebody they know. It could be somebody that worked there. It could be somebody that worked there as a friend. I just threw a lot of possibilities out, but we really got all around that subject, because it gets really strange when you start digging in to this whole situation at hand here. And another thing that's strange too, when I bring this next article up after this, is you've got to see what happened with the Clintons and what happened with some of their people. Of course, we know about this, but it's such a weird association. But here it is. This 43-year-old black man drowns off Obama's Martha's Vineyard home. Obama's personal chef, his name was Tafari Campbell, and is then identified as the victim. Apparently, this pond is only 8 feet deep, by the way. Okay? I'm going to show you. A body of the 43-year-old paddleboarder was found in the pond. There is him right there. Okay? And in a statement, Obama said that one of the top chefs in the White House kitchen was a beloved part of our family. That's what Obama said. When we first met him, he was a talented sauce chef at the White House, creative and passionate about food and its ability to bring people together. In years that followed, this is what I'm quoting what Obama said, we got to know him as a warm, extraordinarily kind person who made all of our lives a little brighter. Wonder how well they knew this guy. How much brightness did he bring in the room after hours? I'm just saying, think about this. Okay. I don't know. That's why when we were getting ready to leave the White House, we asked Tafari to stay with us, and he generously agreed. He's been part of our lives ever since, and our hearts are broken that he's gone. Okay, so this is the quote. Now, let me read a little bit about this. This 43-year-old dude was found in the pond, and the 911 came from the Obama's residence. You can see that there. And several tweets that came about, he was struggling to stay afloat. But I've seen video of this dude. He can swim like okay. He was swimming in one of those full-length pools that Obama has at his mansion over there. He was like, he could go from one end to the other. Had little flappers on his back feet, but he knew the basics of swimming. So it's a little strange that, the distance he could have swam back to shore wasn't that big of a deal. That's really strange. But after several hours of searching, they found him. Massachusetts State Police says they have recovered the body, and then they said deceased was located using side scan sonar from a boat. A fish finder, dude. That's all you would have had to have would be a fish finder, for what you was it some Bill Dance technology is all you needed in a John boat. It would have had this dude found immediately. It would have took no time to find this guy. In 8 feet of water, approximately 100 feet away from the shore. That's nothing. 100 feet is like You got a drop cord 100 foot long. You stretch that out to go run your leaf blower. No big deal. So an investigation into the fatality is being conducted by the state police unit. Of course, it'll be like, they won't do any toxicologies, and if they do, they're going to keep all that. But the deal with this whole thing is, let me show you something in a second here. The command center from the staging operations are taking place, been moved from Turkey Land Cove to, this is a little bit more details about, what was being done in the investigation. But look, it took a long time for them to find this dude. That's really strange. Almost like they were like, we found him. Shh. Remember Ocean Gate with the little teeny sub that supposedly, had been lost for a while, and then they ended up saying, oh, well, it imploded, and they come to find out it had done it like 15 minutes after it went in the water. And for like a week, everybody on the news talking about it and everything. But, they stalled actually finding this vessel for nefarious reasons. I'm just, that's the thing. So a flashback to this whole thing here. Check this out. So this is a former Bush Clinton White House chef. He drowned in 2015. Right here. There he is. He's like, hey, how you doing? How long you want to live? Not too long. Let's shake on it. The recent drowning of the former White House and Obama personal chef Tafari Campbell makes the second time a former White House chef has died by drowning within the last decade. In the last video I did, I was like, this is some strange circumstances because we know the Obamas have a really close tie to a lot of the Clinton stuff. So that in itself, it should just, throw off all kind of red flags. Really. The hiking trail, Schweeb on the known as flash floodings and mudslides during the summer months. And that's the dude right there. Former White House Chief Walter Scheib likely died from drowning on his hike outside of the Taos, New Mexico more than 10 days ago, authorities concluded today. This was back in 2015. That's weird. Just weird circumstances. The thunderstorms were reported in the area the day he was last seen. I didn't even know about this. This is kind of new to me. And the rock slides recorded in New Mexico. He was 61 years old, last seen on June 13th on a hiking trail. And somehow or another he drowned. There's another one for us, everybody. Oh, that's not right at all to laugh. I shouldn't laugh. Oh, okay. Dark humor, guys. Okay, so not funny, but like ironic. That's why I don't. Grammy-winning singer Tori Kelly has been rushed to the hospital after passing out. Doctors find severe blood clots. And let's see, is there any explanation for this? This award-winning singer-songwriter Tori Kelly, I've never heard of her, by the way, rushed to Cedars-Sinai Hospital on Sunday right after she collapsed during a dinner out with friends. This is reported by, it's weird, TMZ is always right there. They're like, we're going to engage the 5G, TMZ, get out there and get ready. You're going to get cutting footage. Okay, 5G engaged. I don't know. Kelly, who's 30 years old, who has enjoyed a highly successful career in the music industry and won the Grammy Awards in 2019 for Best Gospel Album. Bless her heart, by the way. That's good that she's into that kind of stuff. Performance song was repeatedly enjoying a Sunday evening meal with friends in downtown Los Angeles when the incident occurred. And a lot of times, too, you got to remember climate change really plays a factor in, whether or not those clots will develop. It's got to be climate change. According to the sources, Kelly's heart began beating at an abnormal rapid rate, leading to her collapse. Eyewitness stated that Kelly was unconscious for a while. And friends, alarmed by her condition, opted to immediately drive her to the Cedars-Sinai, which is renowned for its state-of-the-art medical facilities. Of course, it's Los Angeles where all the elites go, and they've got wonderful and abundance of emergency 113. A113, guys. Need a stat of A113, please. Madonna's going down. She needs a drip. Anyways. We're told that Tori's getting care at the ICU. Doctors have discovered clots in Tori's legs. We've heard of this before. And her lungs. This is another, we've heard of this before after certain stuff that was mandated. I don't know. Anyways, but according to this is all, by the way, TMZ, who's always on the scene before anybody else for some odd reasons. And look, check this out. So remember earlier I was talking about how, like, you got the Mao Zedong and all the people with their cronies and the Antifas and the BLMs and all the foot soldiers necessary to, to help promote and engage the Marxist agenda. Well, you've got Hollywood. Hollywood, they're mad, dude. These actors are mad because they're not getting their way with stuff. And they're mad because of which, I mean, dude, okay, AI is supposed to be a problem, which I definitely agree. I am not AI. I can check the box with all the buses. I am not a robot, just to let you know. But with these actors and all that, they're mad because there's not much protection in all their contracts against AI, and so what they have done is they have went on a strike along with the writers, or the writers went on a strike, then the actors go after that. All right, so at NBC Universal, this is a studio, they cut down the tree branches that striking actors were used for shade, and got so these trees are not supposed to be messed with. And so reading in the article, they only fined NBC Studios $250 for doing that. Like, in other words, those are owned by the county or the city. And these trees here were cut back by the NBC studio people so that the people out there striking would not have any shade and make it really hard for them to stand out there and hold their signs and voice their opinion. You like that? You see that, Hollywood people, you elites, thinking that you're shielded from all of the crazy stuff that you're promoting, like, well, it's not going to affect me, and I'll make a bunch of money, and I'll be okay. And come to find out, they're developing technology that's supposed to replace you and completely annihilate any of the careers you have and put you right down there. You'll be living in the trailer with us. Universal Studios faced backlash last week after heavily pruning a row of trees outside the studio, but the real-world consequences won't be a blip on the company's financial radar. Dude, so in other words, this is the county running protection for Los Angeles. If I think that would be more of a two. I think in the real world, if you did that to each one of those trees, that'd be $250. That'd be $250. That'd be $250. So that'd be $500, $750, $1,000. We're getting, there looks like $1,500, $2,000 worth of fines that would have been, even though that's still a drop in the bucket for the Los Angeles studio there, it would that at least would put it on an equal ground as to, like, for instance, if I were to do that, every one of those trees I'd have been charged for, and I would have not been given any financial relief, and I'd have been put on probation until that restitution was paid, and they would have drug tested me and came to my house and checked on me, and then try to find everything they could, some kind of way to keep me in the system that would perpetuate into a 6 to 8 month sentence, some kind of which way or another. But these people are like, no, we want our actors to hurry up and get back to work. We need their propaganda for a little bit longer till AI is completely finished up, and then we'll do away with them. Yeah, guys. Yeah, you just keep on with that right there. See, yeah, shill for those people. Do what they say. Look at that right there. Yeah, I know, right, phone? Dude, even the phone's like, yeah, dude, you hear that? So, I'm just, here to show you what's going on, and I really appreciate everybody for clicking in and hanging out. It's great to have the wonderful people out there in the comment sections, and I do read the comments, and sometimes I'm in a big hurry and I'm able to respond to everybody, but I do take time to read them. I know who they are, and I appreciate all the wonderful people like Super Biscuit. Comes over there, my other thing that I got going on, and supports that. So many people are just out to help, and with that kind of unity, it's really what actually wins the system. Unity does, and that means unity across the board. We should be embracing all of our fellow humans, because we're all just trying to make it, and understand that we've all been exposed to lies from day one since we were born. I would have to say, just in general, like what the policies and how they've managed to gaslight us since at least the World War I or II. I mean, we'll go back 100 years if you want to. If you think about what they've been doing with just trying to make sure that they keep a narrative in a certain direction, and it all starts with that Federal Reserve. So understand that. So when you meet somebody who's, again, doing crazy stuff, you embrace that person the best you can, and try to help that person. Don't hurt yourself helping them, but just try to turn that ship. We've got a big ship, and I really think that it's going to turn eventually. But we're going to have some rough ways to go, and just don't be afraid of that. That's all. And so please hit like, subscribe, and share all that fun stuff. And in the comment sections, let me know what you think about Obama chef And like what happened with the Clintons, it's just really strange that we're seeing this kind of stuff, and this whole circumstances behind everything just sounds questionable. I mean, especially if there was a possible book deal that was, or a book that was being wrote that was discovered. That hasn't come out into a lot of news articles, so that's a possible, as in, hopefully we'll find out a little later on this afternoon. I'll give you an update on that. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Peace out.